set. We're excited today to launch our premium marketing tools, and I'll kind of walk you through that now. So, Kendra, when I arrive here, I'm going to start on the social post page because, as we were just showing, that's one of the key ways of getting attention is social post. So, when I get here, the first thing I'm presented with are two explainer videos. I really wish like we were back in the day of like live. In fact, if you'd do me a favor, if you're excited about explainer videos, would you put in the comments right now or heart this video or thumbs up or whatever the case is? In fact, if you want me to play this 2-minute explainer video so you know what it looks like, let me know in the comments right now. But I'll keep going in the meantime while we kind of see if that's a desire of everybody's. So what we have here is you just come in here and you cut and paste. And what this does is it brings in some targeted messaging. It brings in your custom landing page and it brings in the code for this video. And you can go cut and paste this onto any of your social networks, as well as you could email it out, any of those things. And you could, Facebook in message or LinkedIn in message or Facebook direct message, Instagram direct message, or just post these on your social network. Those are all there. We've got an ERC video as well as a tax management explainer video. But Kendra, those are just two of the posts.
Right.
You've added 20 new posts here for them to go through. Talk
That's
about these a
right.
little bit.
So, being that we've learned that we really need to focus and target our marketing, we've narrowed it down to these 4 industries. I wanted you to be able to go out there immediately and kind of attack each one socially. So each different industry has 4 brand new, professionally curated social posts. They all, again, link back to your personal landing page, which is going to look a little different than you're used to. And we're going to look at that in just a minute. But aren't they beautiful? Comment on that too. We've had such great work in our marketing department to create these beautiful ads for you guys. We've had them tested. They are turning in clients already on the test ones. So these are yours to use. We have 4 for retail, 4 for restaurant, 4 for manufacturing, and 4 for hotels. They are up and running. And again, they lead back to your personal landing page. So if you like them, let us know that you like them too.
So let's talk about when you post one of these, it's got some text there. Restaurants get tens of thousands per employee, with a beautifully curated ad. Obviously, from there in the past, what we've done with social ads is we send them to our .me page
Right.
because ultimately what you want to do is you want them to calculate their benefit and you want them to go through and run a calculation and get signed up. So now that would be a method of conversion, but if we're looking at a targeted method of conversion,
Maybe
then
we should narrow that down a little more, right?
yeah, we would look at a landing page for restaurants. We're really excited about this. So, Kendra, one of the things you talked about was know your demographic. We've done
Mhm.
that. Another thing you've talked about is know your pain point. We know the number one things that restaurants come to us talking about is they need cash flow.
Right.
So when somebody lands here, this is that identified messaging that here we have imagery that is, a restaurant. We have restaurant there, but notice it's not even the biggest thing. What we do is we really pose to them the thing that we hear the most, which is that pain point of cash flow. And then from there, we've got just great information about the restaurants. I'll kind of walk through this a little bit quickly. We have all the credits that a restaurant would likely qualify for. We let them know what our system can do for them in terms of, a restaurant. We've got a video here, which again, if you comment and let us know you want to play it, I'll play it here in a minute. But a video embedded right into the page. We let them know the process. Process simple. Upload your payroll reports. We calculate your claim. You easily claim it year after year. Case studies, testimonials specific to restaurants that are right on your page. Kendra, I can almost hear the clamoring. Okay. And then we like to outline for them that our system is more than just a tax management system, but for restaurants, it also helps them easily manage, all of their applicants and everything in one place so that they don't have to buy another system to do it. So Kendra, I just got to compliment you. You've done a great job, you and the team on these pages. And, but Kendra, it's not just restaurants. Walk us
No.
through the rest of these.
So we took this and we applied it to all 4 of these industries. And we've learned, I honestly can't remember the statistic. I shared it with you guys last month, but the landing of a targeted landing page or utilization of a targeted landing page is, I don't even remember the number. It's like 56 times more likely to convert someone than a standard landing page is. And as good as our standard landing pages, it works every single day. Being able to bring to you such a targeted tool like this, I'm genuinely excited to see what you guys as a team are going to be able to do with these, because each one has specific messaging for their industry within it. If you look, there's very specific messaging throughout each section that kind of will hit home for a hotel owner or someone who has a retail business or a manufacturer. So we really took a lot of time. We did a lot of research and we created them, and they do look similar. We did that on purpose. But remember, you're going to be sharing them with very specific markets. And I'm so excited to see what you all are going to be able to do with this tool.
So the last one's retailer, and same thing. All the messaging talks about retailers
All
have
the
also been hit
imagery,
very
that's
hard.
important too. When you go to a website and the imagery doesn't hit home for you, if it doesn't feel like the business you're in, they're not going to move forward any further. And as good as we can make a broad or a general landing page, imagine when they come here and they see a restaurateur in that first image, and they see someone running a retail business or a manufacturing company. It's going to hit home. They're going to be like, oh, these people know what I go through. They know my type of business, and it's going to pull them in, engage them.
All right. Well, I saw the comment number go way up, although I can't flip screens and go look at them.
You had one that said, play it, man.
Play it.
Let me see who that
Okay,
was.
so we got 2 different explainer videos. The first one, I'll play the one that is just on the tax management system as a whole, and then we'll play the ERC one in a minute. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at that.
Employers can get hundreds of thousands of dollars in tax incentives. If you had employees in 2020 or 2021, there's a tax incentive for that. Do you ever hire new employees? There's a tax incentive for that. Do you have any employees that design or manufacture or anything? There's a tax incentive for that. Did you start a new business or add a new division? There's a tax incentive for that. If you've ever made capital investments to your workspace, or you own a commercial building, there's a tax incentive for that. In fact, if you're an employer, chances are there's a tax incentive for you. We've built a platform that tracks all of the tax incentive employers qualify for and even helps you easily claim them year after year. Over the last 23 years, we've identified $37 billion in tax incentives for our clients with 0 IRS disallowances. You can calculate your benefit online in about 60 seconds. Or, if you'd prefer to do business face-to-face, we have physical presence in all 50 states and would be glad to come out and shake your hand. Whatever your preference, the important thing is that you don't miss out. We've made the process simple. Once you calculate how much you qualify for, decide which tax incentives you'd like to receive. Have one of your staff upload a few reports from your payroll system, and our system searches hundreds of local, state, and federal tax incentives. These programs get funding every year, so you'll keep receiving tax credits year after year. So just how many tax credits are you waiting for? It's time to find out. Getting started is just a click away.
All right, Kendra, I hope everybody's excited about that. These videos are live right now. They're on your industry-specific landing pages, which I will show you how to get to in about 20 minutes. And they're right there, in prominent places, depending on which landing page has the different ads. They're also available just to post, Kendra. So,
Right.
again, they can follow this method. That one was the tax management system. And you've got a post here. All I do is copy and paste that. And that's going to pull in your unique ID as well as, the code for the video. All you do is cut and paste this right here. And you put that in and post it on your favorite social or email that out or whatever the case is. And you can send that video, or you can drive, if you know someone, you can drive them right to these pages, which we'll talk about here in fact, I'll talk about that right now. So we also have premium landing pages, as you've just seen, but here's the collection of them. You've got one that I haven't shown you yet, so I'll skip past that one. And then you've got your industry landing pages that you can link to right from here. You can social share them. We'll be incorporating them into email templates I'll also talk about that at the end of the call. But all of those are available, Kendra. Now, and they're all branded. Talk about that a little bit, that these have their information incorporated throughout them. It has the advisor and the partner's contact info.
Sorry, I was
problem.
kind of drawn in. So, of course, each and every piece and tool that we've created for you is going to always brand back to you. And that's because you're out there utilizing them. You're bringing in the clients. These belong to you. These are your tools. So when you scroll like to the bottom, I don't have the ability to scroll, but when you scroll to the bottom, I think it's actually covered by our
I'm
bar
sorry.
right
Yeah, I
there.
have it covered by the banner.
Your name, just like the regular landing pages, your name is going to appear there, your contact information. And remember, this is the contact information you provided us originally. So if you want it to be changed, the support department has the ability to do that for you. But this is always you.
Yeah.
So this is not only going to build your reach, it's going to build your persona in your neighborhood or in your network or however you're marketing. People are going to become aware of you, and they're going to start, recognizing you by these professional tools that you're utilizing.
Absolutely. Now, those are the industry. We talked about explainer videos. I've shown one of the two. We've talked about the 4 industries. But Kendra, there's another way to target. Industry isn't the only
Right.
way. So, talk about these last 2 categories here that we can target, target market.
Right. So we also narrow our target by the type of client. We've always done that before. You guys are comfortable with that. You're familiar with that. So commercial property owners as well as employers are 2 that we've always drilled in on. And so we will continue. You'll notice on the page right now, the 2 first commercial property owner social post you should be familiar with. You should have posted this and utilized it. It's already out there and live and has been for several weeks in your toolbox. But the other 2 are brand new and they appeal in different ways. You'll notice that we utilize our ads look completely different from one another. You're never going to see 2 ads that look exactly the same. And there's some scientific marketing genius that goes behind that. These are going to appeal to different types of people, some with more content, some with less content and more images, what have you. So the commercial property owners, we've given you 2 additional ones here. And if you scroll down to the employer section, there's also 2 new additional employer social posts there for you as well.
So another way to target, because, we can say, okay, I want to go talk about restaurants or retail, but another way to target is to target in messaging for employers. Now, Kendra, even though employers is a very broad target, when you say employers and not businesses, they still feel like you're really talking to them. So this is where you can come in and say, hey, there's programs for employers. And so we'll go in and talk about that. Now, again, the way we've historically done this, Kendra, is we drive them to, the calculator. But now we have an employer landing page
Right.
with video. And, so it talks about the benefit for employers. They can calculate their benefit. We talk about what types of programs employers qualify for. We talk about how we work with their CPA. We outline the process for them so that they can feel comfortable. All the same kinds of things you just saw on the industry page, we're outlining for them here. The difference is this is focused and targeted about ERC. Because
Exactly.
it's such a huge topic, Kendra, we wanted to make sure that people have something where they can say, here's something about ERC.
Yep. Each type of client that you talk to is going to have their own specific pathway to becoming a finalized client. And what we're being able to do at this point is provide you with those specific targeted pathways. So like Ryan mentioned, the employer, the ERC Now page, those are for employers, any kind of employer. But those specific targeted industries, those are going to be able to drive down those specific ones that get them in and get them comfortable and familiar with the fact that we know their industry well enough to know what they need.
So the last video was about the tax management system as a whole and tax credits for that. I think if that had a sub name, it would be "There's a tax credit for that."
Right.
And that's really the theme we were going for with that one. This one, it's about ERC in particular. And so although it's similar, it's really targeted in for ERC. So let's take a look at that.
You can earn up to $26,000 per employee you have. It's called the ERC tax credit. Now, don't let anyone tell you that you don't qualify without checking it out for yourself. Already take the ERC tax credit? That's okay. There are hundreds of programs just like it that you can still take advantage of. But time is running out and you need to get started. Congress created these programs to help businesses stay alive. This crucial relief provides employers with up to $5,000 per employee they retained in 2020 and an additional $21,000 for any employees retained during 2021. Even though the credit has ended, businesses have until October of 2024 to take advantage of this landmark tax credit. Now, we've made the process simple. Select someone in your organization to upload a few reports from your payroll or accounting system. Our system will look not only at the ERC tax credit, but hundreds of other local, state, and federal tax incentives. Searching to see what specific tax incentives your company qualifies for. Even a small business can bring in hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars in benefits. And the best part is, it only takes 60 seconds to find out if you qualify and another few minutes after that to claim your benefit. Don't take our word for it. Tax credits have been around for decades and are well recognized and reported on by all major media publications and easy to reference on the IRS Treasury Department websites. Over the last 20 years, we've found clients an astonishing $37 billion in tax incentives. You can use our online calculator and be up and running in a few moments. Or if you'd prefer to do business face-to-face, we have physical presence in all 50 states and would be happy to come shake your hand in person. Whatever your preference, the important thing is that you don't miss out. Take 60 seconds and see what you qualify for.
All right. Well, that is your ERC video. And again, I want to remind you it's available in two ways. Kendra, one way is, we'll show them how to get there in a minute, your brand new premium social section of your toolbox. And you can just go in there and cut and paste this. The other way is by driving traffic through either the emails or the social post to your brand new ERC explainer page, which has it embedded in there, has your name, your phone number and email address. And of course, these drive to your activation pages. So those are live.